Hello students, hope you are all well, safe and healthy at home. Students, syllabus for the second unit test, chapter number 5, light energy, chapter number 6, heat transfer. So these two chapters are there for the second unit test. This is video number 17, part 1. So let us start with the chapter number 5, that is light energy. Student, everybody knows what is light is. Light is a form of energy which causes in us the sensation of vision. This is what light is. Once again, light is a form of energy which causes in us the sensation of vision. It has two phenomena. Light has two phenomena. As far as your class is concerned, it has two phenomena. The first one is reflection of light. Reflection of light, and the second one is refraction of light. So about the reflection of light we have studied already. So today we shall study about the refraction of light only. So let me tell you the definition of reflection of light. Reflection of light means the bouncing back of ray of light when it strikes to the obstacle. That is known as reflection of light. Now since we are just concerned with the refraction of light, so let us start with this topic, refraction of light. Before we start with this, first of all, there are two types of medium. There are two types of medium. Clear? There are two types of medium. The first one is optically rarer medium. Optically rarer medium. And the second one is optically denser medium. Now the question is how we come to know that the medium is optically rarer or the optically denser. Now students, it is just related with the speed of light only. I am just writing here, if the speed of light increases in the medium, it means that medium is optically rarer medium. Point is clear? If the speed of light in a medium increases, or you can say become faster, it means the medium is rarer. I'm just writing here, speed of light increases. Speed of light increases, and in this the speed of light decreases. Clear? Optical rare medium is a medium in which the speed of light increases. Optically denser medium is a medium in which the speed of light decreases. So don't forget, there are two types of medium: optically rarer medium, optically denser medium. In optically rarer medium, the speed of light increases, and in optically denser medium, the speed of light decreases. Now the speed of light, next point, speed of light in air. This is the first. The speed of light in air or vacuum, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Important point. Speed of light in air or vacuum, that is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Then water, it is 2.25 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. And then in glass, it is 2 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. So it means this, the speed of light is more, this is rarer, and here the speed is light less. It means this is optically denser. Air is optically rarer medium and water is optically denser medium. Now if you will compare water and glass, so the water is optically denser and the glass is optically rarer medium, because the speed of light decreases here. So this is what regarding the medium only. So you must go through it, and this is very important. Now students, our topic is refraction of light. Refraction of light. Definition: bending of a ray of light. Bending of a ray of light when it passes from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. That is known as refraction of light. First of all, the condition for the refraction of light, that is that the medium should be transparent. Just note on this point, the medium should be transparent, only then the refraction of light will takes place. Once again, bending of a ray of light when it passes from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, that is known as refraction of light. Now, cause of refraction of light. Cause of refraction of light. Cause of refraction of light. You simply write due to change in speed of light. Due to change in speed of light when a ray of light passes from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. So, what is the cause of refraction of light? Due to change in speed of light. Means when a ray of light passes from one transparent medium to another medium, the speed of light changes. And due to change in speed of light, the refraction of light takes place. So just keep in this mind. So let us try to understand it. This is the boundary of separation between the two medium. Clear? First of all, this is optically rarer medium. Optically rarer medium, and this medium is optically denser medium. This is optically rarer and this is optically denser. Or you can write here, this is air and this is water. Now, the ray of light which is coming from the source, that is known as incident ray. This is known as incident ray. This incident ray is coming from the source. When it's striking the boundary of separation between the two media, it forms a normal. This is called normal. This is normal. And this incident ray with the normal makes an angle of incidence, I. Now students, the ray of light is coming from air to water. The speed of light will decrease. Just now we have done. When the speed of light decreases, the ray of light bend towards the normal. Just see to it. After the refraction, the ray of light bend towards the normal. So this ray is known as refracted ray. This ray is refracted ray, and this refracted ray with the normal makes an angle of refraction, that is represented with small r. Student, once again just note on this point, when a ray of light coming from optically rarer medium to optically denser medium, the ray of light bend towards the normal की तरफ bend करेगी. So this bending of ray of light, that is known as refracted ray, and this refracted ray with the normal makes an angle of refraction. Now this is the original path of the incident ray. This dotted line shows that this is the original path of the incident ray. Once again students, the ray of light which is coming from the source, that is known as incident ray, and then normal, the perpendicular drawn, this is the perpendicular drawn at the interface of the two media, that is known as normal. This normal, or you can represent it with n dash. So this is the incident ray. The ray of light which get bend, that is known as refracted ray. So the refracted ray makes an angle with the normal, that is known as angle of refraction. The incident ray makes an angle with the normal, that is known as angle of incidence. Now the next case, this is the boundary of separation between the two media. Clear? Now we will take optically denser medium. Clear? Optically denser medium. You can take it water. Clear? And downward you can take optically rarer medium. You can take it air. First of all, the ray of light was coming from rarer to denser. Now in this case, the ray of light is coming from denser to rarer. So once again, the ray of light is coming from the source and striking at the boundary of separation between the two media. This is your incident ray. This incident ray with the boundary of separation forms an angle of, this is called normal, n dash, and this incident ray with the normal makes an angle of incidence. I am not writing here as I am written here only. Now students, just now we have done that the speed of light increases in rarer medium. Since this is a rarer medium, so the speed of light will increase. Now what will happen? After the refraction, the ray of light, it will bend away from the normal. Note on this point. It will bend away from the normal. In this case, the ray of light bent towards the normal because the ray of light was coming from rarer to denser. But in this case, the ray of light is coming from denser to rarer. The speed of light will increase. That is why after the refraction, the ray of light will bend away from the normal. So this refracted ray with the normal makes an angle of refraction. Clear? And this is the original path of the incident ray. First of all, suppose if this question is there in the exam, the things which you have to keep in mind, the direction you have to show with the arrows, and this point you must go through very thoroughly through this you can say topic, and don't make any mistake. Just see to it. Bend towards the normal, and in this case it bends away from the normal. Clear? Now the next is, again this is the boundary of separation between the two media. Now students, when a ray of light falls normally like this, the ray of light falls normally. In this case, just see that the ray of light falls obliquely. When a ray of light falls obliquely or incidentally, the refraction of light takes place. Obliquely, the refraction of light takes place. Now, in this case, just see that the ray of light is falling normally on the interface of two media. So, what will happen? Without any deviation, it will pass. It will pass like this. So when a ray of light falling normally, I am just writing falling normally. When a ray of light falling normally without any deviation, it will pass. Now the next is laws of refraction of light. Laws of refraction of light. The first law is the first law, laws of refraction of light. Same. The incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal lies at the same plane. The incident ray, the normal, and the incident ray, the refracted ray, the normal, all lie at the same plane. Once again, the incident ray, the refracted ray, the refracted ray, normal, lies at the same plane. The incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal. You can write here and the normal lies at the same plane. Now the second law is sine of angle I upon sine of angle R. Sine of angle I means sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction. This is equal to constant. Constant, even you can write it mu. This is called mu. I am writing here. This is called mu, or you can write it n. Okay? Constant, mu, or n. You can represent it with anything. Sin I upon sin R, that is equal to constant, mu. This is basically called refractive index. Mu जो है, this is called refractive index. I am just writing here, mu is equal to refractive index. This is called refractive index. Now refractive index n or mu, it's up to you. Either you can take mu or you can take n. So this is equal to speed of light. Speed of light in air divided by speed of light in that medium. In that medium. Or you can say medium 1 upon medium 2. Medium 1 upon medium 2. Speed of light. What is refractive index? Speed of light in air divided by speed of light in that medium. Now the next topic is refraction of light through rectangular glass slab. Refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Important topic, refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. So first of all, let this is a rectangular glass slab. This is a rectangular glass slab. A, B, C, and D. Just see that it has a two refracting surface, AB and CD. A rectangular glass slab has two refracting surface, AB and CD. So let the ray of light is coming from the source. This is the incident ray with the surface AB. It will forms normal. Clear? So it will make an angle of incidence here. Now student, just see to it. This is air and this is glass. Glass is denser. So the ray of light will bend towards the normal. It is just like this. Bend towards the normal. This is a refracted ray. This refracted ray with the normal makes an angle of refraction. Just now we have done. Now again this is a refracting surface. Now this refracted ray will act as a incident ray for this CD surface. Again it will forms normal here. And now the ray of light is coming in the optically rare medium. So it will bend away from the normal. It will bend away from the normal. Clear? This is your incident ray. Incident ray. This is refracted ray, and this ray which emerges out, this is known as emergent ray. Emergent ray. So once again, this is the incident ray, this is refracted ray. It emerges out because it has a two refracting surface, AB and CD. Two refracting surface means the refraction of light will take place at two surfaces. First AB, then second CD. So this ray is called emergent ray. This emergent ray with the normal makes an angle of emergence. Clear? So in this case, angle I is equal to angle E. Angle I is equal to angle E because the ray of light is coming from air and then it emerges out in air only. That is why this angle and this angle will be same. If this angle is 30 degree, so angle of emergence will also be 30 degree. Now, this is how the refraction of light takes place through the rectangular glass slab. Now, you just produce the incident ray in the forward direction like this. If the refraction does not take place, the ray of light will move like this. If glass slab would not be there, the ray of light will move like this. And this is the original path of the incident ray. Now student, this distance, this perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the original path of the incident ray is known as, इसे हम कहते हैं lateral displacement. What it is called? Lateral displacement. I'm just writing the definition here. Lateral displacement. The perpendicular distance. The perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the original path of the incident ray is known as lateral displacement. Once again, the perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the original path of the incident ray is known as lateral displacement. This is the emergent ray and this is the original path of the incident ray. Now this perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the original path of the incident ray is known as lateral displacement. So this topic is finished. Refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Now this experiment generally we do in the lab only. So whatever I have told to you, this is an experimental verification of refraction of light through rectangular glass slab. So till here, that's all for today. Thank you very much.